Hello students, welcome to a lesson through the virtual training center of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher, and in this lockdown period, since we are not able to go to school, children, we will be doing many lessons here online through the virtual class. So come on, let's proceed to our lesson for today.
Hello everyone. Let me welcome you to a beautiful lesson in EVS for Standard 3rd, and the name of the lesson is Animal Shelters. Now we have been learning about where we people live. Okay, human beings, we live in a house. But what about these animals, children? Where do they live? So the places which animals live are called as animal shelters. So you can see beautiful animals over here. You can see the dog, the cat, etc. And these animals, the places where they live, and what are the houses that these kind of animals make for themselves. All these things we will study in this lesson, animal shelters. My name is Shraddha teacher, and I will be teaching you EVS here through the virtual class this year for Standard 3rd. So come on, this is a very fun-filled lesson. There are a number of beautiful pictures to see and beautiful images. Okay, you will learn a lot of new things in this lesson. So let us start this lesson and let us talk about animal shelters. So what are animal shelters, children? Animal shelters means the places where animals live. Okay, now look at this picture carefully. You can see two animals in this picture, isn't it? So there is a cat, and here there is a cat, and the cat is lying in wait for someone. Who is that? What do you think the cat is waiting for? The cat is waiting for this mouse to come out of its house, isn't it? But the mouse is very smart. The mouse is sitting safely inside its hole. The mouse knows that if it comes out of the hole, what will happen? The cat will catch him. Okay, so this mouse is, see how safely he's sitting inside his house and looking outside. He will not come out. Okay, because he knows that as soon as he comes out of the hole, the cat will catch hold of him and he will eat him up. Okay, so what is happening is the mouse is being protected inside its house, inside its hole, inside its shelter, okay, from enemies. All right, let us look at one more image now. See here, there is one more naughty cat. And what does this cat want? Now this cat wants to eat the baby birds which are there in the crow's nest. Can you see? But the cat is on the floor, on the ground, on land, and this crow's nest is safe on top of this tree. Okay, so just imagine if this crow's babies were not in this nest on top of the tree and they were somewhere on the land, what would have happened? The cat would have eaten up all these baby crows. So what is a shelter or what is a nest doing? The shelter or the nest is protecting the baby crows. Alright, that means wherever these animals live, that is their shelter, that shelter protects them from their enemies. Okay, so shelter is also a place where these animals can rest when they are tired. So look at this small lion cub. So it is very tired and it wants to sleep now. So what has it done? It has gone and it has rested in its cave. Okay, so whenever they are tired, just like when we feel sleepy, we want to go home and sleep, isn't it? In the same way, these animals, when they feel tired, they want to rest. And where do they rest? They go and rest in their shelters. Okay, children? Now there is something else also. The shelter also protects these animals not only from their enemies, like you saw with the cat, but it also protects them from rain or from storms. Okay, so when there is a heavy rain, see this monkey, what it does? It takes its baby and it goes and hides inside its shelter. So what does the shelter do? The shelter is a place where the animals can rest when they are tired, and also the shelter protects these animals from rain, from storm, and from other animals also. Now, it is not only these animals, children, but we human beings also need shelter. Okay, now why do we human beings need shelter? For the same reason that the animals need shelter. So our house, it protects us from wind. It protects us from the scorching sun. Scorching means hot sun. Okay, it also protects us from heavy rains and cold weather. So when it starts raining, what do? You run and you go into your house. All right, so that you do not get wet in the rain and you do not fall sick. So your house protects you from so many different things. It gives you protection from cold. It gives you protection from heat. It gives you protection from rain and also protection from wind. Now, children, there is something else also which our home does for us. Whatever valuable things we have, what do? Our money, our gold, etc. We keep it safe and locked away inside our houses, isn't it? Now, suppose we did not have a house, what will happen? We will not be able to protect ourselves from theft. Theft means what? People who come and steal our things, people who come and take away our things from us. Okay, so imagine if you don't have a house and if a thief like this comes, okay, a robber, what will happen? He will take away all your valuables and go away. Okay, so our house protects us from theft also. Now, children, we are all living here in a city, but there are certain people who live near the forest areas, near the jungles. And you all know that in the jungles you find many wild animals, like this bear over here. Now imagine if these people did not have a house, what would have happened? The bear would have tried to harm them, isn't it? But now the bear is looking at the house. See, the bear knows that this house will protect these people. So the bear will not go near the house. Alright? So these are the reasons why we human beings need shelter. Now let us go back to our animal friends, children, and let us see how many types of animals are there. So there are animals which make their own shelters. That is, they build their own shelters. So which are the animals which build their own shelters? See here, this beautiful bird using grass, using twig, using sticks, cotton pieces. What does the bird do? It builds a beautiful nest for its own living and for its family, that is for its babies. Okay? It will lay eggs in the nest and its babies will be safe in the nest. See, there is this other kind of animal which is a bee, honey bee. It's an insect. It also builds its own home and we call it the beehive. Okay, so see these animals, they build their own shelters. There is one more animal, see here. This is an ant hill. Okay, so the ants, they make this so that they can live safely. Their children can live safely. So these are the animals which build their own shelters. Let us look at many more animals also which build their own shelters. See here. Birds, they build nests. We saw a bird also now building nest now here. See, these are some more birds building a nest for themselves. See here, what does it do then? It can go and sleep. It can go and rest in the nest. And also, its babies are protected in the nest. These birds, they lay eggs in these nests. And then what happens from these eggs? These baby birds hatch. Okay, and these baby birds are very, very small in size. They cannot fly. Therefore, the nest keeps them safe. So the baby birds, they remain safe inside these nests. Okay? And see, look at this. This is also a type of nest. Sometimes we have these birds which build nest in our houses also, isn't it? Not only on the trees. So why do they do this? Because they want to protect themselves and their babies. See here. Now this is a nest which is made in a hollow of a tree. Okay, so these are the different types of nest that these birds make. Let us look at some more images. Now look at this animal. Now this animal also takes a lot of pain and effort in order to make its own house or its own shelter. Which is this animal? It is the spider. Okay, see how the spider is spinning its web, isn't it? So these are, children, some examples of animals which make their own shelter. Now there are some other animals in nature which do not do so much of hard work. What they do is they find ready shelters for themselves. Okay, so now which are these animals which find ready shelters for themselves? Look at this lion. Does the lion build a home for itself? No. It goes and it lives in a cave, ready-made. Okay, in a ready-made natural cave, it goes there and it lives there. See, look at this scorpion. Now there might be big rocks and there are gaps inside these rocks. So these scorpions, they go and find shelter in the gaps in the rocks. Alright. Look at this mice or this mouse or rats. They live in the fields. Okay. And the rats sometimes live in the houses also of people. Because it gets food to eat, isn't it? See? In a house, there is a hole and the rat goes and lives inside that hole. And it does a lot of stealing also. Alright, if you keep food open, the rat will eat it up in the night. Look at these, some more animals which find ready shelters. Such a beautiful tiger cub. It also lives in a natural cave. Alright, tigers, they live in caves. And what about these monkeys? These monkeys live on trees. They live on trees. They sit there. They sleep there. Okay? Let us look at some more animals that find ready shelters. Look at this rabbit. What is it doing? It has found a burrow, means a hole in the ground for itself. So rabbits, they live in burrows. And bats, they hang on trees. So they are not building any shelter. They are just going and living in a ready-made place which they get. Okay. See some more examples. These animals we have seen around us now. The pigeons. What do? They find places in the corners of the buildings or in the hollows or gaps in the walls. So these, children, are the different types of animals which find ready-made shelter. So see here. This is a kind of a monitor lizard. It lives inside the gap in the stone, just like our scorpion friend. Alright, see, this is also an animal which is living inside a hole in the ground. Alright. Now sometimes, children, there are some animals which we keep at home. Okay, because we love those animals and we make use of them also. For these kind of animals, we build shelters for them. For example, for a chicken or for hens, we make the hen house, which we call as the coop. For cows and buffaloes, we make the cow shed. Okay, for horses, we make the stable. And for dogs, we make the kennels.
So children, wasn't that a wonderful video? And did you enjoy watching it? So if you want to watch more such videos in future, then please like this video and also subscribe to our channel, the MCGM Portal for Education, and also hit the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video here. Thank you so much for now. Let's meet again soon.